friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Patnon. So how you all doing, guys? Hope you're all good today and I hope you're doing great. So today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make a beautiful children's A-line gown, and this is the fabric that I'm going to be using. And of course, I have this plain satin fabric that I'm also going to be using for the ruffle on the lower part, the bow, and also the strap design. So let's get started. So I have my fabric already laid down on the table. You can see I'm cutting out for both front and the back. And you see there's an extension of 2 inches at the back there. That's going to be serving for my zipper space. And I'm also going to be using a lining to turn this. So 2 inches is ideal, okay? Yes. So we're getting started now. And so first of all, we're going to indicate the full length of this gown. So having this word as a startup point. Now the full length of this gown is actually 32. But remember, it's going to have a ruffle on the lower part. So the ruffle is about 4 inches, okay? Yes, 4 inches ruffle. So I have to take that away from what the length. And so this is the strap I'm going to use. Of course, 4 inches doesn't mean I'll have exactly 4 inches. What I have here is like 5.5 inches in width. So by the time I make the hem on the lower part and also sew the ruffle to it, so at the end of the day, the length of the ruffle will become 4 inches. I hope you understand. All right, so that 4 inches, we're going to minus it from the gown length of 32. So we're going to be having what? 28. Okay, now 28, of course, you have to also add the fact that you're going to join it to the ruffle and also joining at the shoulder part. So I'll add that extra 1 inches to that, and that will make my length now to be what? 29. I hope you understand. So I'll just go ahead now and indicate what the length of my gown was, which is going to be what? 29. So I'm going ahead to make that line. So once we do that, then of course I'm cutting off the excesses that we don't need. So we'll go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and cut off this edge as well. So we have this what as a startup point. Now from the very top, I'm going to indicate the chest line. So this is for a child of 9 years old. So the chest line, I'm going to make use of 6 inches, but because there's going to be a 0.5 inches joining at the shoulder, so I'll made it what? 6.5. Okay, so 6.5 is serving what as the chest line. Then the next is going to be what? The half length. The half length is actually 11. Okay, because of the same 0.5 inches joining for the shoulder, so I made it what? 11.5. Okay, 11.5 for the waistline. All right, so that will just be the end, because from that waistline, that's where what the A-line effect is going to what start from. Okay, yes, and of course we have that zipper space. Now we're going to indicate the shoulder width. Now the shoulder is actually what 12. So 12 inches divided by 2, and that is 6. So it's going to have 0.5 inches. So I also added that, so that's 6.5. So you can see I'm extending the shoulder width to the chest line, okay, all the way. Then I'll go ahead and make that straight line. Then the next thing, of course, to do is to indicate the slope. So to get the perfect slope, you can introduce the 3 by 8 inches mark. Okay, so I'm marking 8 inches, come down 1 inch, just like we do when we cut our regular, top or blouse. 1 inches for the slope, indicates the 3 inches as well. Then you go ahead and make that slope. You can see that. Okay, all right, so now from the slope point there, you just measure what you have from there to the chest line. Whatever it is you have, just get the midpoints. You get the midpoint there, and go ahead and go in 0.5 inches, and of course you create the armhole curve. So that is going to serve as the front armhole. From there, then from that same midpoint, you create another curve, and which will also serve as the back armhole. So I'm just trying to show you this just in case you're going to be adding a sleeve. This is perfect, but we are not going to be adding a sleeve. It's a sleeveless gown. Okay, so at the end of the day, this armhole will not be needed, but I needed to also show you this just in case you want to add a sleeve. I hope you understand. All right, now on the chest line, we'll fix the bust circumference. Now the bust for her is 26, so 26 divided by 4, and that is what 6.5, right? Then we'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches. So the 2 inches extra is for a little bit of ease and also for the seam allowance. Then on the waistline was 24, so the 24 divided by 4, and that was 6. Then also added the extra 2 inches as well. And of course, went ahead to connect it from the bust to the waist. Then from that point, you take it down to the end. But also at the end, you have to fix in the hip. So the hip for her is 30. So 30 divided by 4, and that was 7.5. Added also the extra 2 inches there. Then you now add the A-line effect, and that's about 3 inches. Can do 2.5, can do 3 inches, and that's it. Then you take it from the waistline all the way to the end, and that's it, guys. You can see, just take it all the way to the end, and of course connect all the points. So we have our A-line gown ready. So if this was the full length of the gown, you can eliminate that sharp edge by going up by, say, about 1.5 inches there. Then you go ahead and create a side cuff just to eliminate the sharp edge, which is optional. But you know that we are not going to be making that cutout because we are attaching a ruffle on the lower part. So I just need to also show that part as well. Now I'm also going to introduce a cut together pocket. So on the waistline there, I'm going to make it now go down about 6 inches. So that's going to be the pocket opening. You can see from the waist down 6 inches. Then you go ahead and make an outer curve. Make an outer curve. You can see. And that's it for the cut together pocket. Although this pocket wasn't going to be deep enough. So later on, I added an extra piece of fabric just to make up, so to increase the depth of the pocket. Okay, yes, so this is what we have. We are done on this side. Then the next is going to be the neck measurement. So I'm using a neck width of 2.5. Okay, you see it's actually a high neck for this gown. So 2.5 for the neck width. Then for the neck depth, I used 3 inches. Remember, we're still going to join, at the shoulder there. So 2.5 neck width and neck depth of 3. Okay, and I use the same neckline for both front and back. Now for the sleeveless effect, from that neck width, we're going to mark about 2 inches. We want the shoulder to be 2 inches at the end of the day, but we're not going to just mark 2 inches. We'll mark 2.5 because you use 0.5 inches, to hem the side of the shoulder. I hope you understand. So from that neck width, just move outward 2.5. That's exactly what I'm doing. So that's going to serve what as the shoulder. This is a sleeveless, okay? So 2.5 inches there. Then you go ahead and recreate another armhole. So like I said earlier on, the initial armhole is discarded. So if we are going to be adding a sleeve, that was what we would have used. But because this is a sleeveless, then I'm recreating another armhole. So you can see, and go ahead and make that curve, and that's it, guys. That's it. We're done. So like I said, we're going to discard that side curve on the lower part because of course we're still going to attach a ruffle, so we don't need it. And that will be it, guys. So just go ahead and cut this out. So at this point, guys, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that. And remember to on your notification bell so that you always get notified every time I upload my content. Just like I used to say, you find this helpful, don't just watch and go. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Okay, and also let me use this opportunity to say thank you so much to all my subscribers. I appreciate you a lot. And if you're new here, I also want to say thank you for coming on board. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So cutting out the neckline, then I'll go ahead and slit my zipper space. You can see this. Then of course I'll also notch the the zipper space there. So of course the next thing now is to go ahead and cut out lining, okay, so that we'll go ahead and start sewing. So lining, we have already done this. You can see my lining. So now we'll go ahead now and turn it all with the lining. Just arrange everything right side to right side. Make sure they are properly aligned like so. Then you go ahead and sew. So we'll be sewing both the neckline, the armhole. You sew the entire side. The only part that will be left open is the lower part. We're also sewing the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to be turning it all, and the same thing for the front piece as well. You go ahead and turn it all the way, you right? Then you will left the lower part open. Okay, just the same way we did for the back. But before we do the lining for the front, we also have to fixing our strap at the front. Okay, we have to do that one later. Then for our gathers, this is what we're going to use for the gathers on the lower part. Just make sure that you hem the size. Then you can go ahead and create your gathers. Okay, it totally depends on how you want to fix it, whether you want to make your gathers first or you want to sew it later on. Okay, yeah. So before we turn the lining for the front, so I had to fix in the strap design. Okay, yes. So, and this strap, this was 2.5 long strap. I ironed my interfacing, as you can see, just to give it some structure, and I went ahead to iron both side. Okay, so you can see it's ready. So now, in order to attach this, just come down on the lower parts, one side. Okay, following what we have on the thumbnail, you are just going to move in about 5 to 6 inches. Having in mind that you're still going to sew the sides and you're still going to turn with the lining. So I use 5 inches, right? So just mark that end 5 inches like so. Then you go to the other part on the other side. Then on the shoulder, you move in about 0.5. You're still going to hem the shoulder armhole, right? Yeah, so you just place it at that point like so, and go ahead and pin it down. There's nothing difficult at all. Just follow the process. Just align. Make sure you align. It's very important you pin it down. That way you'll be sure you don't have it moving around when you're sewing. You can see, just go ahead and pin everything down just like you see me doing. Then after that, you go ahead and top stitch. Just top stitch straight down on both sides of the strap, and that will be easy. You can see this. So once you're done with this, now you can now turn it all with the lining. So you need to do this before you turn the front piece with the lining, just like I've demonstrated. And for my bow, this is what I'm using for my bow. These two pieces, I ironed one interfacing there, the other one I'm using as lining. So the width is 7 inches while the length is going to be 5.5. Okay, yes, very simple. Just place the lining over the main one, right side to right side, and sew all the four sides. Then I'm going to be turning it from the lining. Okay, so you just make a cut, about 1 inches cut at the center of the back there, then turn it all, and that will be it for our bow. Okay, yes. So yeah, I'm going to finish all this up, and when I was done, this is what we have. You can see I've turned it all with the lining. You can see this is the front and this is the back. So the back, I'm also going to be fixing a zipper. So fix a zipper, then of course you go ahead and sew the remaining side so that we'll have our back in one piece. So after then we can now fix our ruffles. So this is my ruffle. You can see I've hemmed the lower part, and like I said earlier on, you can choose to make your gathers before sewing, or you can sew directly on your fabric, which is what I'm going to do. See the way I'm demonstrating? Just go ahead and sew it all the way, sew to the front, right? And you also do the same thing for the back. Okay, yes. So that's what I'm going to do later on. So once you're done with that, right, so the next thing now will be to just join your final piece together. Just place the right side to right side, front to back, and at this point we must have fixed the zipper and the ruffle, right? Then the next thing now will be to just join the sides. So once you align this properly, go ahead and join the shoulders, then take it from the side through the pocket all the way straight down to the very end. Repeat the same process on the other side, and yeah, our outfit is ready. That's it, guys. So once this is done, then you can go ahead and fix the bow. So this is the bow. You can see that cut out there where we turned it from. Okay, so just go ahead now and create your bow, which is very simple. You can just find the center point by folding it into two. You can draw a straight line with your chalk, then make sure that this splitting is done at the center. You can see. You can also use a rope, just a little thread, just to tie it down, to hold it down. Then after that, you now take a strap. I'm just using the strap as a sample, okay? You have to use the color of the strap of the, of the fabric. Just make a strap like this. You can see, either you sew it down, you can use a needle or thread, or you can make a very simple strap, just like you see me doing. You can see this. Once you make a strap, just align it. Then at a point, you will need to use your needle and thread to hold it down, to just achieve the shape that you want. After that, you attach it to the end. So this is sitting in between the gathers and the fabric, just like you see on the thumbnail. And that will be it, guys. We have come to the end of this beautiful one, and I hope you really find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with friends, share with your sewing communities. I'll really appreciate this a lot. And also, don't forget to join my DTF printing online class. You will see the flyer at the end of this video. It's a method of branding and customization. Anyone can join, whether you're a tailor like me, a stay-at-home mom like me as well. Are you doing a 9 to 5, an artist? Whatever it is you're doing, you can also join. This is a very good one, a very good hustle to join to whatever it is that you're already doing. See you on the next tutorial. Bye.